Well, I was getting tired of running a shredder up and down the field, and I was just wanting to try to save that trip. And the way the head was built, it just intrigued me, and it's really got quality in it, and I was just amazed. And it's been a very wise decision.
A power issue was a concern of mine. Just how much more horsepower it's going to take to operate the corn head in the field, which it hasn't turned out to be a big issue. I seem to have enough power with the combine I have to operate it all right.
I've always argued that, okay, yeah, the corn head is using more horsepower, but I'm sending a lot less trash through the combine, so my combine shouldn't be needing as much power as what it would take with a normal head.
Well, we had a 2208 on this. The day they delivered it, we were picking, it was green corn. The leaves were half green on it yet. The corn was testing 22. And we took the red head off, put this head on with a chopper on it. And we picked up right at a half mile an hour going through the field.
Wow. That surprised you?
Yes, it did. But there's, like I said before, there's no trash going through the combine.
This combine's got plenty of power to pull it, and no, I would say we're running 8-row head, and the corn's probably in 200, 220, 230, and we're running 4.5 mile an hour, not any problems.
Yeah, see, we're running almost 5 mile an hour here.
I like that what the stalks look like after you're done. It's amazing. Everybody thinks that we're running a stalk chopper out there, and you know, guys that are running other brands of heads. There's a few guys that can chew the stalks up and make it look pretty decent, but there's nothing. I haven't seen anybody's fields that looks like ours does, unless it's another guy that's got a Drago head. There's just, them stalks are totally chewed up. Everything's piled right there at the base of that stalk. It's just no comparison between that and any other head that I've seen ran out there in the field. Stalks are all the same height. It's even. You can drive trucks out in the field to load. You don't have you know, corn stalks out there that's 2 or 3 feet tall, strung out, that you could possibly run through a radiator or get in your brakes or whatever. It just does a real nice job.
I really like the shredder because we had a field that probably sat about 3 weeks. We went and did beans and then came back and got back at the corn. And the corn stock, I couldn't believe how the corn stalks were deteriorated already from just that little bit of time this fall. It just does a lot better job than having to go back with the shredder, because you get the stalks before they're matted down to the ground and chops them into smaller pieces.
The reason we don't like to chop corn stalks out in the hills is we want as much residue as there is possible, because we'll no-till beans into standing corn stalks. But on the bottom, it's pretty essential you get rid of as much corn or residue as you can, and the more you chop it, the less residue you have. Well, the way we go from non-chop to chop is we just take the 2 bolts out that hold the knives on and just take the knife out, and that's it. Well, that's the right way to do it, but I think you checked with Denny at one time, and that's the way he said to do it.
And how long did that process take?
Oh, 2 guys can take them off in 10-15 minutes. Probably takes a little longer to put them back on than it does take them off, but it's not a big deal.
So far, I'm very satisfied. We've had it in different conditions: dry stalks, green stalks. We've actually went out early in the morning. We've had a fog, and just to see what it would do. The chopping part to me is a very good add-on for that machine, or not add-on, but part of the machine, and I'm just sure glad that that's what we got it. It looks to me like when we go to no-tilling of that or to chisel, that we're going to really have some good results. The neighbors stop. I've had 2 or 3 neighbors stop and wondering what we're doing different, and when I show them what we're doing, they're really interested in it. So we're very satisfied with that.
Yeah, I looked at a gearing off. I liked how it did it. I just thought it was a lot more moving parts than what I liked myself personally, and I just looked like there was going to be a lot of high wear items on it, maybe having to be replaced a little more often than what I would have liked. So simplicity-wise, it wasn't near as simple as this. I was a little concerned about this style chopper head dealing with all the trash that the knives might be thrown around, but it's really not an issue at all, so I'm happy that I went this direction.
Well, it just seems like I'm, not only that we're chopping the stalks, but it seems like maybe we're getting a better sample. We're just taking less trash through the machine because of the way the head's designed. And I think I'm probably doing an overall better job overall with the machine as far as loss, grain loss.
Well, Doug, there's going to be some fellas in your situation this coming year where they're debating about whether to buy a Drago or not. What would you tell them?
I would buy the Drago. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I wouldn't even look at anything else right now. I'm very satisfied, and this head just works terrific.